changing the model of your business to give you motivation and to create longevity. G'day viewers, it's Jeff from McPhee's Gardening, Melbourne, Australia. Today I'm going to talk about motivation and the longevity of your business, to make changes. As we say in business, always move forward, keep on the move, keep changing, keep looking around and making sure that you've got everything covered, but keep changing for the sake of motivating yourself. I'll give you an example. The mow and blow, I did that for quite a few years. I only did mow and blow in my early days. I'd knock over 10, 12 lawns a day and 5 days a week. So I didn't even need a diary because I knew every customer back to front, every address, and it was all in my head. I'd go along and maybe 10 on this Monday, 12 on the Tuesday, might even do 14 on a Wednesday, and away I go. This is of course young and fit back in those days. And it became a slog. Week in, week out, month by month, year by year. And it was like a production line. And it became boring. It became so boring I started to get a bit sick of this, thinking, why the hell am I in business? I'm in business because I want to be motivated. I want to be self-motivated. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. So I thought to myself, I just can't keep mowing lawns because A, I'm going to lose my motivation. And secondly, I'm going to lose my longevity because my body's going to wear out. All those miles a day, 20, 30k a day, pushing the mower. And back then we weren't using self-propelled mowers, we were pushing mowers. So I don't know how I did it. So I went along and then all of a sudden I got a shock, I got a wake-up call. It was a thing called the drought. And what happened with the drought, there was no lawns to cut. It'd be 4, 6, 8 weeks before we could mow a lawn. And because I wasn't doing any gardening, I'm thinking I'm in trouble here. I had to scrounge, I had to scarper along and try to get as many gardens as I could. And I finally did that, and then I turned my business around and I moved forward and I said, right, from now on, I'm going to make sure if I've got a customer that's got lawns, I'm going to also make sure I look after the gardens. Because there's several things. It was going to protect me during bad times in climate conditions. And that can still happen. It's happened 3 times in my nearly 40 years, and it's going to happen again. I don't know when. So I think it's protecting ourselves over that period of time. The other thing, of course, is it's satisfaction. That I've looked after the place, I've looked back and I've gone, I did that. It looks better when I left and when I first got there. Building the garden up. Problem solving, that was another motivation I added to the business. Problem solving of plants, what diseases, what pruning do they need? Small landscapes, landscape designs I took on. I used my computer and my camera and we just say to the customer, look, if we remove that hedge and replace them with standard roses and underplanted them with a variety of ground covers, etc. I could actually use my Photoshop and show them a plan of a before and after. And gee, that won a lot of jobs. And it was just because I was motivated and it started to excite me a lot. And I started doing a lot of that, and I still do this to that very day. The customer might want something done and I'll say, well, have a look at this, what do you think, about this? So they're not great large garden designs, only small ones. Hedging is another thing which we've all taken on. My previous video I showed you. Remember when you're old, don't climb ladders. Rob Maxwell's Gardening Service in North England. Only kidding, Rob. I understand. There's a lot of old guys that climb ladders safely and they do the good thing. It's just my old, a friend of ours, he's a surgeon in a major hospital, and his job is fixing up bang heads from silly old buggers falling off ladders. That's why I've always a stickler for high-end ladders. I'm nearly 70, so I'm not going to be climbing high ladders. But when you're in your 50s, I guess you're probably all right. The thing is with it, if I use a pole hedger, that's going to create a lot of work from the ground because a lot of the pensioners can't climb ladders anyway, so there's heaps of work there. Other things to try, of course, is ride on mowing. Love my weekly or fortnightly mows in my office complex of the ride-on mower. My favourite time of the, and you've seen the previous videos in the past when I'm on the ride-on, I just love it. It's easy, I'm sitting down and I'm whizzing around. and enjoying it and earning a good coin at the same time. So by changing my business and doing these extra things, I found that I was starting to become really motivated and really excited again. Yeah, I'm nearly 70, I'm coming up to 40 years of being in business, and I'm still excited and still passionate about the business because I've changed, I keep changing, I see new ideas. You know, even new guys starting out will come up with a new idea and go, I'm going to do that too. So it's amazing when you start looking around and thinking about moving forward, always moving forward to make sure you're motivated. But the important thing is the longevity, is make sure that you're doing a variety of jobs so that you're not wearing your body out completely. Mowing and blowing is a fantastic way to run a business, but I believe there's only a certain amount of years you can do it because it's going to wear you down. Your hips are going to go, your knees are going to go, and it's going to get you in the end. So that's why at the particular time many years ago, I changed the way I remodeled the business. I remodeled it for motivation, and more importantly, I remodeled it for longevity. Because I always wanted to do, I didn't want to do anything else. I've seen so many guys that just get out of the industry because they're bored or they've just broken down. They haven't thought about what they're doing. You've got to be pretty smart to run a good gardening business. And problem solving and all these aspects about it is such a wonderful thing with it. All right, well that's my bit for today, and if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. I'm really happy with the number of subscribers I'm getting. It's starting to tick along nicely. And please leave comments. The comments that I've been getting are just absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate the support that everyone gives me, and it just makes it so much worthwhile to keep on going. Alrighty, likes and shares as normal, and I shall see you for sure on the next video, and we'll see what happens. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.